So the next thing we're going to talk about is the impeachment fallout with GOP senators who voted to convict. The impeachment trial are facing repercussions at home. So we had 7 senators that had a conscience. There we go. And voted to impeach him. And the rest of them, so I think it failed 57 to 43. They needed 66. So that didn't happen.
Did not happen. That's quite a low number, too. You would think that at least a few people would have been more moved by the circumstances.
Nope, just 7. And the horrible job of the lawyers. I mean, holy crap, they were terrible. And they were given 36 hours to present their case. They used like 3. They were not prepared. And these are third stringers too. You know, these are third stringers. They were terrible. Oh man! And plus, that one guy said Philadelphia. That was fun.
And that they should
the entire. What's that?
And that they should come to his office.
Yeah,
doing it.
We didn't do this by Zoom, which they have done in the past. Bill Clinton's impeachment trial was video. Yep. Some of them, like with Monica Lewinsky and some others. So it's just, I wish there's a way to live stream corrections. Like literally watch it and then correct everything as they go and just chop that shit up. But who's got the time? I will say this. If you guys don't know who this guy is, David Pakman does a pretty good job of that type of stuff. He fact checks things as he goes. That dude's very well informed.
Hubby likes him.
Yeah, I like him. He's a fair guy. He's pretty consistent. He doesn't get overly emotional. I do. I get pissed off. But yeah, on this article, it says the president promoted unfounded conspiracy theories to cast doubt on the integrity of a free and fair election because he did not like the results. And when the crowd became violent, the president used his office to first inflame the situation instead of immediately calling for an end to the assault. Burr has stated he does not intend to run again in 2022. Those in the GOP believe Laura Trump will run for the seat. There you go. So that's Burr in Iowa. Yuck. And does she live in Iowa? No. So how do rich people go to office? They just move.
And to think that they were upset with Yang for living in New York for 25 years.
Yeah, man. It's pretty pathetic. But yeah, so that's what I don't like about this. The wealthy people can move into districts and run for whatever the hell they want to because the requirements are so lax. Like in some places, you got to be there for 30 days. Like the lady that ran against AOC in New York District 10, I think it is for AOC. Mel will correct me if I'm wrong. He lives in that area. But she just moved and ran 30 days later. And she's a rich person. This, again, is a good old boy and girl club. The wealthy, the elites can somehow move to Iowa. That woman has never been to Iowa in her life, most likely. I'm not trying to shade on her, but come on, man. Laura Trump? Iowa? What's in Iowa? Is there a golf course my dad owns? You know, like, she...
I don't know.
The wealthy can move.
They're not going to live in Iowa. They're going to have a place in Iowa. So even though they're moving to Iowa, it's not like they're going to be there.
Yeah, so we have people who are literally making moves to make sure another Trumpkin dipshit family member has a nice, easy lane. Here you go, sweetheart. Let's make life a little easier on you because you need a break. You elitist, god dang trust fund baby.
I can see people watching this program right now who could use the break a lot more.
Yeah, no shit, man. Looks like, here's the other one. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana has been censured by his party on Saturday, said of his decision, "I have no illusion that this is a popular decision." Okay. "I made this decision because Americans should not be fed lies about massive election fraud. Police should not be left to the mercy of the mob. Mobs should not be inflamed to disrupt the peaceful transition of power. In Maine, Republicans are set to meet to discuss Senator Susan Collins sometime this week." So for the ones that are standing up for the people, as in society, they're going to be challenged. And in Maine, Susan Collins, they have ranked choice voting. So what they'll do is they'll put 2 or 3 people up and manipulate that system somehow. But I think we've got to do the same thing to the Republicans that did not. There's 43 people, and I think I saw a graphic that showed all the Republicans, that all the people that voted to not impeach Trump, where they're at and when their race is going to be. So there's 43 people, and I think there's only like 18 that are running in this next cycle, 2022, that need to be primaried. Get them the hell out.
Absolutely. The timing of the impeachment trial was bad. It should have happened after the checks, after everything was straightened out with us. But the verdict was also bad. It should have been guilty.
Yeah.
Should have been guilty. Should have been an open and shut case. What happened, happened. We all saw it with our own eyes. We're not stupid.
Yep. And so now they have to be held accountable. They're okay with the president committing atrocities in his last month, his or her last month. That's the precedence we just set.
Yep.
It's okay.
Exception.
If as long as you get out of office before we put you up on trial, you're okay.
Although they did technically impeach him, so that has happened. We have not made it so that unimpeachable, but the point now is that this is okay to do in your last month.
As long as your party has control of the Senate, you're okay. You can do whatever the hell you want. Or Congress. As long as one of your people or party has one of those steps, it'll never go all the way through. Because the Congress, the House of Representatives has to send the articles to the Senate. So if you have the control, like right now, if Joe Biden committed some kind of a crime, right, and impeached, it would never go through the Congress because they're in control, and it would never go through the Senate because they're in control. The Democrats are not innocent of nothing either, because the same thing happened with Bill Clinton. He was impeached by the House when the Republicans were in charge, and the Democratic Senate let him off the hook and let him serve out his term. Although, hasn't he suffered enough?
Very drastically different situations.
Yeah, he just purged him. He committed perjury. He lied under oath. That's all. Well, not that's all, but that's the charge. What's that?
I'm fairly certain Donald Trump's done a little bit more than that.
Yes, much more violent. What up, Crystal? Our homegirl down in Australia from the other side of the planet. She must be watching us in the middle of the early morning hours.
Woman of tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, and it says that other Senate Republicans who voted to convict included Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Mitt Romney of Utah, and Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. And I don't think any of those, I think all 3 of those people are all actually in and let's also be real. Most of these people that voted to impeach, that were senators, most of them were either not planning on running again, or was planning on retiring, or just won their election. They're good for 6 years. They won't face the wrath for 6 years. Like McConnell.
And some of them might be in more purple districts where they're safe to say something like that too.
Right. But yeah, we've got to hold these people accountable. We need better Republican candidates to run these red districts too. Because there's some districts that are just red. We have to get better Republican candidates. Well, we need them to take over their own party.
They're somewhere.
What's that?
I have to believe there are some out there somewhere who would be better Republican candidates. I also believe that about Democrats.
We need to primary these substandard elected officials who are getting paid $176,000 a year to take a shit on us on a regular basis. So if you know of a good candidate that needs to be shit upon, that flush down the old pipes, let us know. Let's flush that turd, man. The pipes are clogged in Congress, as Andrew would say. And these guys are those they just won't flush. And those take big primary challenges. Even if it's a red district, man, let's recruit good Republican conservative with true values, that they're just economically conservative, not socially psychopath. Like demonize immigrants and demonize LGBTQ. And I can't wait to see who's going to drop out, who's going to be primaried, who's going to be pressured to drop out to make room for the next QAnon psychopath KKK member, whatever wackadoodles they're going to promote.
Do you think this is sustainable?
Which part?
The Trump extremism actually entering politics. I understand that the Trump extremism is probably sustainable because you've got corners of the internet that they're always going to go to. They're always going to make up these crazy theories, and a certain percentage of people are always going to hook on to that from now on.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a thing. But do you think it will have a long-term effect on the actual politics, or do you think that they will eventually squeeze it out?
I think it will get squeezed out after the 2022 midterms when all the people he supports, quote unquote, lose. If
I think that they'll have the same level of attention because of Trump, and therefore they'll just
nope. His sycophants will fade. They'll find a new ass to kiss, new boot to lick. You know, they're just looking for the next authoritarian, quote unquote, alpha dipshit. I'm strong. I'm tough. Get out of that bullshit. Are you smart? Are you a human freaking being? Then let's talk. That's what I again, like the other lady that had her the one that had her commercial. She made a little promo video of her walking down like in her Wrangler jeans and her her pistol. I'm a little lady. I'm only 110. I need my pistol. You ain't coming in Congress with a pistol, lady. Sorry, I don't care who you are. That's not how it works, you know. But those type of people have to be primaried, have to be recalled, get them because these people that voted no on Trump are still in Congress. For some are up to 6 more years, like Mitch McConnell's punk ass. He just got reelected. He's good for 6 years.
I was so hoping we'd get rid of him.
No, too much money and too much ignorance. Just name recognition. He's sticking up for us, and he ain't, you know. But yeah, you guys let us know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I would like you guys to comment who's your top 5 people that should be challenged. Let's put it that way. Democrat and Republican. This is not just a Republican attack. I'm attacking all dipshittery. That's a Bushism right there. Who are the top 5 Democrat and Republicans that need to be primaried and removed from their position of power and authority and privilege to manipulate the numbers and screw us in the long run, delaying stimulus packages, holding us hostage at 2K. Now it's 1,400. Now it's going to be 600. These people are ridiculous. And then who's going to be okay with, you know, a coup? So I want to hear everybody's top 5. Who's your top 5? And we're going to do a ranked choice voting. The more people submit, I'm going to sit down and waste some time, and I'm actually going to look at the shit. And if you guys participate, I'll do it. We'll do a little fun little meme on that or something, or a visual we'll share on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and whatnot. And I think this whole point of an impeachment trial in the Senate was to put those people on notice. Who raised their hand and who didn't. So now we know who is against the people, who is against a free and fair election. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. And while you're here, make sure you give it a like and give us a comment. And if you don't like it, give us a thumbs down and tell us why. We're not scared. We can handle some criticism. We want to get better. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. And it helps us if you share the content. And thank you to Mia once again, and she'll be on the Yang Gang Roundtable. Humanity Hangs are coming up every Tuesday and Friday, I believe it is. Right, Mia?
Yes, it is. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, ma'am.
And thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys next time on the Trickle Ups Daily News Show, The Low Gang Gang.